Hello, this is Daniel Fowler with Week 10 status of IntelliHealth Solutions product. And I'd like to, number one, let you know that I am not in my office, as you can probably tell by the unshaven look and hunting clothes that I'm wearing. So this is a remote broadcast, if you will. And so this week and next week will be remote for me, but I just wanted to give you a status on where I'm at with Week 10. So this week been working on revenue streams and understanding how to bring cash into the business and confirming how that would work. So I apologize. So last week I looked at revenue and said, oh, I'm going to get 10% of the market, and that was probably a little bullish, and so went back and said, what if I only got 2% of the market? That's not a huge chunk. So I cut my forecast in half, essentially, and kept with the other approximate 5,000 per machine and selling 2 machines to each provider. Puts my revenue at $11.7 million for the year. And again, this does not include the test products as well, and that's something we're still looking at. How do we price those out, and how many would we be using, and that sort of thing. Nothing changed here on the additional revenue opportunities. I did get confirmation that those are the things I should be focused on down the road, but initially the primary product is what should be taking up the time and energy. From a revenue model perspective, when I talk to my gurus and my customers, it looks like while I would like to have the the revenue design in the regular arrows, where IntelliHealth is providing supplies and devices to the patients in the care facilities directly, and then being reimbursed by those patients and care facilities. It looks like from a customer perspective, there is conversation that they would prefer insurance to do that. When I talked to my gurus, they said if you can avoid doing that, that would be the best. So more research would have to be done on how would that work, and how would you be able to supply patients and care facilities without dealing with the insurance companies directly. So more to come on that, and see what the model might turn into. From a data perspective, there's that was a little bit more simplistic on the left-hand side, where we would be providing data to the facilities and consumer product goods type companies, and then receiving payment directly from them. So again, that would not involve any insurance or anything like that. Some revenue and pivot information. So what I confirmed was that nursing homes, assisted living, and high-end customers should be the initial focus for sales. I'd like to be able to sell to families directly, but it should probably come as a secondary offering while the primary market is matured and adoption is more widespread. However, there is opportunity for some high-end early adopters, and that's a definite possibility that I should be able to find and use for revenue. The major concern that my gurus had this week, was from a HIPAA perspective, and making sure that the data that we collect and the sale of that information is compliant. And so some of the feedback that I got was Verizon has been working on a HIPAA compliant type of model where they provide data and medical data. And so it's possible to do this. We would just have to work it out with the appropriate federal departments to make sure that we're HIPAA compliant. The other thing that I learned this week was that the guru that I talked to that had been to trade shows, medical trade shows, noted that there's nothing like this out there in the market, that there has been conversation about what this would be and the market that is out there from an opportunity perspective, but so far no one is offering anything. The closest that he could find was a Verizon product that they were talking about. It wasn't really very well defined other than an integration type of product. And so what he said is this is prime time for this product to come forward, and then I should consider from a partnering perspective somebody like a Verizon or a Life Alert, where we could leverage the infrastructure that they already have, especially Life Alert, where we could leverage what they're already doing and have a large customer base that we'd have immediate access to. The price point's still very difficult to determine. Since there isn't any product out there like this, it's still an estimate that we're going with. I did run this by my medical guru, and he said, $5,000 per device is probably fair from a starting point, but still need to do some research into that. He also recommended service calls as an opportunity for additional revenue, so that as the machine is being used, maybe it needs recalibration or fixing or that sort of thing. So there's opportunity to train people to do that work and bring that in as revenue. So that's week 10 for me, live from the middle of nowhere in Washington. I hope all is well, and I'll be in touch.